First of all, thank you for taking the time to speak with us. I can only imagine you have quite a busy schedule this stage of the season.
To be honest, I've been more calm because we are out in almost all competitions. I don't have a long weeks, but always, pleasure to be with the Slovenia TV.
How would you describe your feelings now as the season, which overall fell short of expectations, comes to an end?
Yeah, our expectation was so high in the past. We won a lot in a row, and this season we dropped. We didn't expect drop too much, but you cannot win all the time for the simple reason it's impossible. So accept it, and life will give you a second chance and opportunities to do it again.
If we set aside the FA Cup final, your team seemed to show a different face towards the end of the season. What was the reason? What changed? What was the key moment when your team started winning again?
Especially when the players back. So we were a lot of months that we have an important key players injured in the same position, many players. So the manager, we are good when we have a good players and the players are available. And this season we could not have for many times, many months, especially in the toughest period of the season.
I know you still have a Club World Cup ahead of you, but still in 10 years' time, how will you remember or how will you talk about this season?
This season?
Yes.
Learnings. So life is about learning, so in the good moments and bad moments. So, but I think when I will reflect my 10 years' time here, will be fucking a huge smile on my face, so the memories will be unbelievable. So at the end, the perspective about to analyze how it was, always you can find the positive things. This is what I try to do.
The battle for a fifth consecutive Premier League title ended for City around December. How difficult was it to get through the second half of the season? Did you notice any change in the mood or motivation among players who we all know are so used to winning?
Always I had the feeling that if we didn't give up. If we would have done, I said, okay, like we cannot compete for the Premier League like always have happened in the last 8-9 years. And in that moment we feel, okay, like we don't compete in the Premier League, we give up. And the other one, right now we'll be in 11, 12, 13, 14 position in the Premier League, that's for sure. So still we were there, even in the bad moments. And at the end, it was not good because I said the same. Our standards were unbelievably high, and when this happened, always you have to drop. And the reason, especially for the injuries, and for few other reasons, so we could not, fight for the title.
I just wanted to ask you that you set really high standards for this club. And maybe this season especially felt so tough because of those high expectations. Do you ever feel that you're a victim of the standards you set yourself?
But we had the expectation last season as well. So we came for win the Premier League, in the Champions League, and the Premier League years before, win the trebles, quadruples, and so on. So expectation was so high last season as well, and we handled it. So I think that was not the problem. I think for the bunch of players, the group of players that we have, with the incredible huge personality, so we can handle it. I was no one factor. When it's one factor in the situation in November, December, you can take a diagnosis. It's easy to solve it, but it was a small multiple factors that was difficult for us to solve it. That's all.
Yeah. In one of your interviews, you said that managing a team during a difficult season is much harder than in a season when you are winning trophies. Why is that? And what was the biggest challenge for you this season?
You slept much worse than when you win. That is a difficult challenge. So, listen, when you don't win, you have problems. The players start to doubt. The doubt, with the situation, what we're doing. The football is always game by game, week by week, analyze what's going on. So when you start in the season, everything never is lined up. So always is up and downs. Try to then downs, recover quick and come up again. And this season we were not able. So always we found I was my 50 or 60 years of manager career, we won a lot, but in that moments that we won a lot, always had the bad moments, the tough moments, I would say. And always we were able to, back to business or, turn around as quick as possible. And this season we do it even harder, to try to, what's going on? What's happened? 1 game, 2 games, 3 games, 4 games, we don't win. What happened? Never happened before. What do you have to do with that? But yeah, for many reasons I was not able to do it. So, but it's about learning. Life is about learning. How many times you stand up again when you fail. So life is not red carpet, it's always winning, it's always easy life, it's completely the opposite. So we won, we overcome incredible tough situations. This is about. But this season, we were not able to do it, but maybe will be incredible learning, even for the club. I think at the end will be incredible good learnings for everyone, to pick a perspective at the people when you win a lot, you know, to win 6 Premier Leagues in 7 years before the season and win the Champions never had before, arrive at the final Champions League before 2 years before, and Cups and Carabao Cups, and always all the records belong to us, and people believe, even the club and everyone, that is easy, that we will solve it, that. No, my friend, this business is hard, it's tough, the opponents are getting better, and now the perspective is what we have done. Oh God, it was unbelievable what we had done, and everything we're going to achieve in the future, even smaller steps, it doesn't matter, we're going to achieve. I said, how difficult is to that? And you have to take that perspective to give value what you do, your work you put behind the scenes, because the people take for granted, and it's completely the opposite in the sport.
You mentioned it being hard, and that's why the public somehow saw a different side of Pep Guardiola this season. Let's say a more human side of you, specifically your visible disappointment after a series of losses. How do you feel about that? Are you comfortable showing that side of yourself to the public?
I will not be happy when I win. When I'm sad, I'm sad. So I don't go against my emotions. When I'm going to the game, I'm happy, I'm happy. When I'm sad, I'm sad. When in the victories, I'm happy. When I lose, I'm more concerned. So it's not a problem. So I'm the same in that position. And even when I win, I am the same human being than it was in the. It's just the emotions are completely different. But nothing changed much when in these 15 years we won what we won. I don't feel special or different that now that this season was not like we expected.
You've had an incredible journey with Manchester City, including transforming it into one of the best clubs in Europe. What was your proudest moment so far at the club, and why?
The consistency that we had, day by day, year by year. We were there all the time, and how happy I've been, how incredible relations, and that they will be forever in my life, in my lifetime here. Otherwise, I would not be 1 decade in this club. So, I'm sorry, but at the end, it will be unforgettable. This decade here in Manchester will be part of my life forever.
The last time City didn't win anything, it was in your first year at the club. The following season, you hit 100 points. Yeah. I believe you cannot wait for next season to start, right?
Yeah, I would like to tell you that we won one title this season.
Okay, yeah, I know Community Shield,
yeah,
but
right.
No major trophies.
It doesn't matter, it's a title. When you don't win it, you lose a title.
It still is a success.
Yeah, Pep, you lose a
true.
title. Yeah, it's a disaster. And we won a title. I'm sorry, we took the title. But you know what I mean. Of course, the major titles. And I think we're not going to make 100 points next season, because one is a lifetime, but it will be better. Next season will be better. I'm not saying we're going to win, but we'll be more consistent in terms of the good result that we have done this season.
Pep, thank you very much for your time. It was an honor, and
welcome.
Best of luck in the future.
Thank you, very welcome.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.